Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga class today. Today's class, we are highlighting spinal rotation. So who is this class really good for? Well, those of you that have struggled with chronic neck and back pain, either at the same time or back and forth, this one's for you. We know that when you have issues with your neck, issues with your low back, chances are one of the problem is that your middle spine or your thoracic spine and rib cage are stiff. And that's what we're targeting today. This class is also excellent for those of you that play rotational sports, golf, tennis, pickleball, hockey, field hockey, you name the rotational sport. If you're feeling that you're overusing your neck or your back, your hips or your shoulders, this will help you improve the amount of rotation that your spine in total has. Now for class today, all that you're going to need is a yoga mat and a chair that does not have arms. We will be using our chair as a spinal rotation assist tool. So once you have those two things, find yourself facing your chair, seat pan facing you, about a foot or so away from your chair. Place your feet hip distance apart on your mat. Line up the outside of your feet with the outside of the mat. Begin with standing nice and tall and finding some good alignment, Tadasana in yoga. So pick up your toes, and as you pick up your toes, start to warm up your ankles by rocking forward and backward to the balls of your toes and to your heels. As you do so, find that middle point, the arch of your foot. Keep the weight between the balls of the toes and the heels and spread the toes and lower those toes down onto your mat. Go to your knees and tighten through your knees. Feel what hyperextension feels like and then soften through your knees. Take your attention up to your pelvis and allow yourself to tilt and to tuck through your pelvis. Those of you with back pain, get an idea for one, the quantity of the excursion of your tilt and your tuck, but two, is there any pain or tension there? Find the halfway point between your tilt and your tuck, and then let yourself soften through that tailbone. Then take your left hand up to your rib cage, your right hand just above your belly button. Take a nice deep inhale and breathe up and into your left hand. Hold your breath here, and then look down and find your toes as you align your rib cage right on top of your pelvis. Then relax through the exhale and soften the abdominal muscles. Place the right hand on top of the left hand, keeping the rib cage nice and still. And then slowly lengthen through the back of your neck and settle your chin into your throat to stack your head and your neck on top of your rib cage. Gently drop your hands downward. Allow yourself to shrug your shoulders slightly upwards. Rotate fully open through your hands, your arms, all the way until you feel your shoulder blades come together, and then settle the shoulder blades down. Soften through your hands here. Allow yourself to rest your tongue to the roof of the mouth, and then either close your eyes or downcast your eyes. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale into your body, all the way down into the belly, and exhaling out. Let's do one more breath here. Nice, deep inhale in, and exhaling out. And then gently opening your eyes, taking an inhale and lifting the arms all the way up and forward. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips, bend your knees, and place your hands down onto your chair. Then take an inhale, go into a halfway lift, stack your shoulders and your wrists. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and drop the crown of the head down to the floor as you gaze back towards your knees. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. Nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. Then pushing into the hands, take an inhale and stack the shoulders and wrists. And as you exhale, step your right foot all the way back as you prepare to find yourself in crescent pose. Now stack the left knee and ankle. Keep the right heel lifted. Tighten through the right knee, squeeze through the right glutes, brace into your abdominal muscles, and then take an inhale and lift your arms up for your crescent pose. Push down and into that left leg, lift up and tighten through those right glutes. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Nice, slow, deep inhale in and exhale. Then take an inhale, hinging from that left hip. And as you exhale, placing your hands back down onto the chair. Nice gentle spinal rotation in weight bearing here. So if you know that you've got some problematic discs into your spine, be a little cautious with this one. Do not go past the barrier of your pain. But take your left hand and place it to the center of your chair. Take your right hand and place it onto your pelvis. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to rotate open through the pelvis first. As you rotate open through the pelvis, take a look that right foot lines up with the bottom of your mat there. Then, in this position, take your right hand and lift it up into the air. Now, palm facing towards the front of you, thumb towards the ceiling here. Feel that inner thigh stretch on the left leg, push down into the left leg. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, just gently reach back and open with that arm. Deep inhale into your shoulder and your rib cage here. And exhaling. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling. Then take an inhale, lift the arm all the way up and over your body. And as you exhale, place it back down onto your chair. Rotate that right heel all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale, straighten through the left knee, lift the right leg all the way up in the air. And then as you exhale, place the right foot down, hip distance or so away from the left. Bend through your knees, hinge through your hips. Allow yourself to find your chair pose. Push down into your feet, out through your knees, brace into those abdominals, and take an inhale and lift your arms up. Then as you exhale, hold yourself right here. Slow, deep inhale in and exhaling out. Then inhale and lift, push into your legs, push into your feet, squeeze through your glutes. And as you exhale, relax your arms down. Now take your chair and rotate your chair or keep it where it is. We're just doing 180 degrees, same exercise as we just did. Find your feet hip distance apart, about a foot or so away from your chair. Find your spine nice and tall. Take an inhale and lift the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, bend at the knees, place the hands down onto the chair. Take an inhale, go into a halfway lift here. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows, drop the crown of the head, gaze straight back between those knees. Lift, lift, lift that tailbone. Take a nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Into one more breath here. Nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Then take an inhale, straighten those elbows, find your halfway lift, and as you exhale, step that left foot all the way back into crescent pose. Check in, right knee and ankle are lined up, left heel is lifted. Tighten through your left knee, squeeze through your left glutes, brace into your abdominals, push down into that right foot. Take that inhale and lift the arms all the way up for crescent pose, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, steady your gaze here. Nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. And one more breath here. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Then as you inhale, lift up and over that right hip. And as you exhale, place your hands down onto the chair. Gaze goes with. Now place the right hand to the center of the chair. Take the left hand to the pelvis. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, start to open through your body. Feel the opening through that right inner thigh. Right knee and ankle stay stacked. Sorry about that. Left outside of your foot, line it up with the outside of your mat. Then once you have yourself in this open position, take the left arm up and out, away from the body. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, rotate backwards with that arm. Feel that stretch through the shoulder and the front of the rib cage, all the way down into that right inner thigh. Deep inhale in, exhaling out. One more breath here. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Then take an inhale, lift that left arm all the way up and over the body as you place it down onto the chair. As you exhale, unrotate through the left leg. Now inhale, straighten through the right leg, lift the left leg nice and high, and then as you exhale, lower the left foot down. Have your feet hip distance apart, bend through your knees, hinge through your hips. Let's find your chair pose here. Push down into your feet, out through your knees. Allow yourself to brace into your abdominals and take an inhale and lift the arms up. And as you exhale, relax your shoulder blades down. Nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. One more breath here. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Then as you inhale, push into the legs, push into the feet, squeeze through the glutes, and lift your arms up. And as you exhale, relax your arms all the way down. Okay, now take your chair and allow yourself to place your chair so that half of your legs are on the yoga mat, half of the legs are off the yoga mat. And then position yourself in front of your chair. Feet hip distance apart. Take a deep inhale in, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips, bend at your knees, and slowly lower yourself down onto your chair and place your hands down onto your spine. Now we're going into a spinal assist using our chair here. As you do a spinal assist using your chair, allow yourself to pay attention that you're not feeling any pain and all that you're feeling is stretch. So slowly allow yourself to turn your body all the way to the right side. As you turn all the way to the right side, have both of your legs together on the side of your chair. Then take your right hand and place the right hand to the back of the chair. Take your left hand and place your left hand to the back of the chair. Now, this is very much a bicep-tricep game here. So you're going to be pulling with one arm and pushing with the other arm. Once you have yourself into that position, just let your elbows tuck next to the side of your body. Take an inhale and lift the spine nice and tall. And then as you exhale, with your right hand, push away. With your left hand, pull towards the chair. See if you can feel that beautiful stretch all the way up and through the middle of your spine here. Lengthen through your neck, settle through your chin. Turn your head and your gaze towards your right to add that spine going up into your neck. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. One more breath here. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Gently unrotate the head and neck. Gently unrotate the spine. And then rotate yourself 180 degrees to the opposite side of your chair. Again, left hand to the back side of the chair, right hand to the side of the chair closest to your legs. Keep your feet and your knees together here. You want the rotation to be in the thoracic spine and rib cage. Once you have yourself there, let your elbows settle down to the side of your body. Take an inhale and lift the rib cage nice and high. As you exhale, left arm push away, tricep engages. Right arm pull towards, bicep engages. Find that nice good stretch through the center of your rib cage into your spine. Then lengthen through your neck, settle through your chin, and continue the spinal rotation up through the neck. Take a nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. Gently unrotate the head and neck. Gently unrotate the spine. And slowly rotate yourself all the way to the front of your chair. Now place your hands onto your thighs. Allow yourself to check in that your feet are hip distance below you. Ankles and knees are stacked. Take an inhale and roll the pelvis forward. Lift the spine up. Let the belly stick out. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. Lengthen the neck and gaze up. And then as you exhale, pull the abdomen in. Tuck the tailbone under, curl through the rib cage, spread through the shoulder blades, chin to the chest, gaze to the belly button. So create nice good motion now that you've added that rotation. Inhale. Allow yourself to lift the spine, roll the pelvis forward, stick the belly out, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the neck and gaze up. Then as you exhale, roll the pelvis back, curl the spine, get as much flexion and extension as your chin comes to your chest and your gaze into your belly button. Final time here, inhaling, roll the pelvis forward, lift the rib cage, stick the belly out, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen through the neck and gaze up. And then finally, as you exhale, pull the tailbone under, tuck the abdomen in, allow the spine to curl. Spread through the shoulder blades, chin to chest, gaze to the belly button. And then slowly bring yourself all the way up into a seated position. All right, we're making it down to our floor so that we can do our final, most beautiful spinal rotation activity. So slowly allow yourself to turn to your left or right side. Simply drop yourself down into a side kneeling position. Place yourself onto your knees and then gently let your chair go all the way away from you. As you do so, find yourself in the middle of your mat. Knees and hips are stacked. Knees are hip distance. Remember, that's 2 fists between the knees. And then the feet are straight back behind you. Allow yourself to have your wrists underneath your shoulders, index fingers forward, thumbs all the way inward. 3 more spinal flexion extensions to really open up all of those joints of the back of our spine before we do our final rotation activity. Take an inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, drop the rib cage, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the neck, and gaze up. And then as you exhale, pull the abdomen in, tuck the tailbone under, curl through the rib cage, spread through the shoulder blades, chin to chest, gaze to the belly button. Inhale, sink that belly, lift that tailbone, lower that rib cage, squeeze to the shoulder blades, lengthen through the neck, and gaze upwards. And as you exhale, pull the abdomen in, tuck the tailbone under, curl through the rib cage, spread through the shoulder blades, chin to chest, gaze to the belly button. Final time here. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, drop the rib cage, squeeze through the shoulder blades, lengthen through the neck, and gaze up. And finally, as you exhale, pull the abdomen in, tuck the tailbone under, curl through the rib cage, spread through the shoulder blades, chin to the chest. Take a small little inhale here, and then as you exhale, sit your sit bones back to your heel bones and allow yourself to lengthen out through that spine. Drop the crown of the head to the floor. Gaze straight back to the toes. Soften the elbows. Rest yourself in child's pose. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. Into one more breath. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. And slowly bring yourself up onto kneeling. Drop yourself down onto your left hip and then slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your side. Take a moment here just to rest your head and your hand in neutral until you get the alignment through the lower half of your body. Now, I'm going to show you 2 different positions for your legs here. And the reason is some individuals have so much tension in their hips and pelvis that if they attempt the full spinal rotation we're going to do, it actually is going to put excess stress into their low back, which is exactly what we're trying not to do. So if you know you've got really tight hips, really tight pelvis, then what I want you to do is I want you to stack your knees relative to your hips, just above your hips. And then in that position, shin bones to the side of the mat, ankles are stacked. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drop your rib cage and your head down and take the left hand to the top of the right knee. Rest your chin towards your shoulder and then take your right fingertips and place them in front of your knees and gaze at your thumb. Now, if you know you have a little bit mobility, but you're still trying to improve your spinal rotation, everything stays the same except take the bottom leg and drop the bottom leg straight. The top leg still stays above the height of the hip, but you've got now the knee dropping towards, so it's going to block a little bit more motion from that pelvis, back, and hip. Chin stays dropped down towards the shoulder. Gaze goes back to that right thumb. Arm circle is what we're doing here. So you're going to slowly slide your fingertips up on the floor as your gaze and your spine and everything goes with it. When you feel your arm touch your cheek, you're going to rotate your hand and your arm, rotate your shoulder blade and your spine, and rotate your head, and continue the rotation of the arm all the way behind you until you hit your bottom. Then lift the arm up and over, drop the head down and forward, and you're ready to start your arm circle all over again. So let's do 2 times with full breath as we do the motion. Drop your head, steady your gaze at your thumb. Take an inhale and lift the arm, reaching and lengthening as you do so. Gaze goes with the thumb until your arm touches your cheek. Hold your breath. Rotate the arm, the shoulder, the trunk, the head, and then as you exhale, rotate that arm all the way behind you. Hold your breath as you lift it up and over and drop it down in front. Final time. Take an inhale, lift the arm all the way up. Keep lifting and lengthening. Gaze goes with. Arm touches the cheek. Hold your breath. Rotate arm, shoulder blade, trunk, head and neck. And as you exhale, rotate that arm all the way behind you. Hold your breath as you bring it up and over the leg. Very nice. If your bottom leg is straight, bring it up and in. Use your bottom elbow, your top hand. Nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, push yourself up into a seated position and just simply do a 180-degree turn with your legs. And then slowly drop yourself down onto the right side of your body. Again, you can initially support your hand in your head until you have your lower trunk positioning for your arm circle. 2 options again, legs are stacked, but even with the legs stacked, have them so that they're higher than the hips. Second option, more advanced, bottom leg straight, top leg adducted so that the inside of the knee is touching the yoga mat, but the knee is still slightly above the hip. Then take that right hand and reach down and grab the top side of the left thigh, regardless of which position you're in. Place the left hand in front of that left knee. Gaze goes down and look at that left thumb. Let's go through the motion first, and then we'll add the breath for the second 2 times. So slide the hand up on the floor. Check in that your head and your neck and your gaze are all going with you. When the arm hits the cheek, rotate the arm open, shoulder blade drops back, head and neck rotates, spine rotates, and continue the rotation all the way behind you. Get to your bottom, lift the arm up over as the head and the neck come back down and find the thumb. Here we go, 2 times with breath. Take an inhale and lift the arm all the way up. Keep lengthening and lengthening until the arm hits the cheek. Hold your breath, rotate, head, neck, rotate, trunk, and as you exhale, fully rotate that arm all the way behind you. Hold your breath, lift it up and over, drop the gaze back down in front of you to your hand. Final time, take that inhale, lifting, lengthening as the head and neck go with the thumb. Hold your breath. Rotate hand, arm, head, neck, shoulder, trunk, and then as you exhale, rotate that arm all the way behind you. Hold your breath, lift it up and over, head goes back to follow the thumb. Then if the bottom leg is straight, bend it back up. Slowly allow yourself to roll all the way over onto your back here. Once you get onto your back, take an inhale and lift your right knee into your chest, and as you exhale, straighten your left leg straight. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly, and as you exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Deep inhale into the belly here. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Then gently rest the right foot onto the left thigh, left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm out to the side of the body at shoulder height. Take a deep inhale in, and as you exhale, let that right knee fall to the left as the knee and the hip rotate, then the pelvis, the low back, and finally the rib cage. Keep the right shoulder blade engaged onto the yoga mat, lengthen through your neck, settle through your chin, and turn your head and your gaze towards the right. Take a nice deep inhale into your non-weight-bearing spinal twist and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in here and exhaling out. And then gently unrotate the head and the neck. Start at that right shoulder blade and slowly derotate rib cage first, spine second, pelvis third, hip and knee fourth. Place the right foot onto the floor. Slide the left leg up. Take an inhale, bring the left knee into your chest, and as you exhale, slide the right leg down. Nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly. And as you exhale, snug that knee to your chest. One more breath here. Deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Then place the left foot onto the right thigh, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left arm out to the side of the body. Take a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, pull that knee to the right. Feel the hip rotate, the pelvis, the low back, the rib cage, but the left shoulder blade stays engaged onto the yoga mat. Then lengthen through the neck, settle through the chin, turn the head and the gaze towards that left arm and hand. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here, and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly, and exhaling out. Then gently unrotate the head and neck. Start at that left shoulder blade and slowly derotate rib cage, low back, pelvis, hip and knee, and place the left foot on the floor and slide the right leg up. Bring one knee at a time to your chest. Take a deep inhale in, and as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in here. And exhaling out. Then gently, one foot at a time, place your feet down onto your mat. One leg at a time, slide the heels down to the corners of the mat. Let your back rest in a comfortable position. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Softly straighten your elbows out beside you. Let your palms beautifully lift, lengthen through your neck, and settle through your chin. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. And one more breath. Nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to do circles with your wrists and your ankles. And then when you're ready, slide one heel up, followed by the other. Gently bend your elbows. Let yourself roll to your left or your right side. Let yourself rest here at least for a breath or two. And then when you feel like you're ready, on an exhalation, pushing with that bottom elbow in that top hand and bring yourself all the way back up into seated position and find easy pose. Place your hands to the center of your heart, nice long spine, lengthen through the back of the neck and settle through the chin and put a beautiful smile on your face. Take a deep inhale in and exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me today. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a great day.